my own experience, and that was bad enough. But, and I think there was already common knowledge in the industry too that this was someone to be careful of.
The red swimsuit, the blonde hair. That slow-motion run captured the world's attention across 150 countries. But what happens when an icon decides to rewrite her own story? Today, the woman who embodied America's beach fantasy has vanished and re-emerged as someone entirely new. No bleached hair, no dramatic makeup, no revealing outfits. The transformation is startling, but the truth behind it, that's the real story. Born July 1st, 1967, Pamela was Canada's centennial baby, the first born on the country's 100th birthday. That's where it all started, she would later reflect, a beginning that foreshadowed a life in headlines. Her family struggled financially. Her parents, Carol, just 17, and Barry, only 19 when they married, sometimes relied on welfare to feed their children. But Pamela and her brother Jerry formed an unbreakable bond that would withstand the earthquakes of fame ahead. The teenage Pamela wasn't the bombshell we came to know. At Highland Secondary School, she was an athlete nicknamed Rubber Band for her flexibility. She wore braces, she battled insecurities. Her yearbook dream? To be a California beach bum, a throwaway line that would prove prophetic. August 1989. A 22-year-old Pamela at a BC Lions football game appears on the stadium Jumbotron. The crowd erupts. In that electric moment, a star is born. Labatt's Beer signed her as their Blue Zone girl. Playboy called. By October, she graced their cover. The issue sold 1.6 million copies, far above average. She moved to Los Angeles permanently. The transformation had begun, from small-town girl to global fantasy. When you become famous for one thing, it can become a curse, she would later tell journalists. After small television roles, 1992 defined her forever. When Pamela joined Baywatch as lifeguard CJ Parker, something explosive happened. By 1996, over 1.1 billion viewers in 142 countries watched her run across pristine beaches. Her image broadcast in 44 languages. Behind that fame was brutal discipline, intense workouts to maintain the body that became a global standard of beauty. But while CJ Parker became iconic, something was happening to the woman portraying her. The line between character and creator was blurring. Despite Baywatch becoming television's most watched show, Pamela earned just $1,500 per episode initially. Eventually negotiating to $300,000 per episode, she still never secured ownership rights. Today, she earns only $4,000 annually from its global reruns. In 1997, pregnant with her second child and trapped in a tumultuous marriage to Tommy Lee, she walked away. The show continued until 2001, but the magic had vanished with her. Fame had imprisoned her within a sexualized image she couldn't escape. Depression followed for years. Sometimes it's not just a day, she confessed in 2024. It's a month, a year. Hollywood wasn't interested in who Pamela might be beyond her appearance. Her film attempts, Snapdragon, Raw Justice, and the $9 million Barbed Wire, were commercial failures despite her commitment. During Barbed Wire, she silently endured unimaginable personal pain, a miscarriage and health complications. Through it all, she kept working, telling the press it was simply bad timing. Then came the scandal that would define a decade. A private recording stolen from Pamela and Tommy Lee's home made its way online, generating $77 million in sales. Pamela didn't receive a single dollar. It was stolen property, she later stated. In the midst of this chaos came two lights, sons Brandon and Dylan. Brandon would later produce the 2023 Netflix documentary about his mother, helping her reclaim her narrative. Dylan forged his path in fashion and music. In February 1998, domestic violence ended her marriage to Tommy Lee. She described this period as the hardest, lowest, most difficult point of her life. The next decades brought professional reinvention alongside personal tumult. She co-created and starred in VIP for 4 seasons. She voiced Stripperella, appeared in Scary Movie 3, and made a memorable cameo in Borat. Her romantic life generated endless headlines. Marriages to Kid Rock and poker player Rick Salomon, twice. a relationship with French soccer star Adil Rami that ended with disturbing allegations, and a pandemic wedding to her bodyguard that lasted just over a year? Meanwhile, her finances crumbled. Her estimated $70 million fortune dwindled to approximately $5 million, plagued by tax liens and failed ventures. Then came the unexpected renaissance. In 2022, at age 54, Pamela Anderson debuted on Broadway as Roxy Hart in Chicago. "I was terrified," she confessed. "I didn't know if I could sing or dance or act, but I just dove in." January 2023 marked a pivotal moment. She released her self-written memoir, Love, Pamela, alongside the Netflix documentary, Pamela, A Love Story, which earned a remarkable 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. Then came her defining artistic achievement, The Last Showgirl. Playing a Vegas performer confronting the end of her career, she told the cast, "This might be my only chance." She poured everything into that performance. Decades of being underestimated and objectified. Critics finally saw what had always been there beneath the blonde hair. A woman of remarkable depth. Today, Pamela Anderson stands transformed. Gone is the heavy makeup and bleached hair. In their place, a woman comfortable in her natural beauty, finally seen on her own terms. After decades in the spotlight, Pamela Anderson has finally found something more valuable than fame. She's found herself.